how many of us like animals? Okay, a lot of us. So how many of you own a pet? Okay. And how many of you plan on owning one in the future? All right. You are in the 60% of Americans who own a pet. Statistically, most of you currently own a pet or will in the future. And since this is true, it is important for you to be aware of the benefits of pet adoption. And when I talk about pet adoption, I'm not talking about going to a pet store. I'm talking about going to shelters or getting one from a home that can't support their pet anymore. My family, we adopted a dog and 2 cats. So we have experienced firsthand the benefits and how fun it is to adopt pets. Also, I have interviewed and talked to friends and family who have done the same thing, and they all agree that it's a joy and it's a lot better than just going to get an animal from a pet store. Now, people, whenever they think of like getting a puppy, they want a new puppy, and they think of shelter dogs as older ones or ones that have problems. But really, there are a lot of puppies in shelters, and also you can get puppies from people who just can't handle taking care of them, or and as well as kittens too. There's plenty of kittens in shelters, and from people who just can't take in their pets anymore. And also people, they say, well, I want to go get a pet from a pet store because there's the purebreds. Actually, I read that there are about 10%, maybe a little more or less, depending on the shelter, of purebreds in shelters. So you can find them. And so I just want to inform you, though, that there are plenty of benefits for pet adoption and good that comes of it, not just to the pet you adopt, but also to yourself or your family. And I'm not trying to put down pet stores, and I read a lot about puppy mills and things like that, but there's no certainty of whether pet stores use puppy mills or not. We don't know which ones do. But the animals in pet stores are usually adopted quicker because they're puppies, they're new, they're just really cute when you go in and look at them. But I want to convince you to adopt from shelters mainly, or private owners, because shelters, they take in many animals per year, and they don't have very many resources because it's just charity. So sometimes they can't handle the many pets that come in. The shelters can become overcrowded because of the unwanted pets that come in, and the statistics from the American Humane Society say that 3.7 million unwanted pets are euthanized every year. So not only do those pets not go to a home, they get put down because they're not wanted or there's not a place for them to go. And as I said, there are benefits. There's actually a lot. You save life, and you save the life of the animal that you adopt, but also you free up a space at the shelter, so there's more resources to take on other animals. And financially, to yourself, because shelters their adoptions tend to be less expensive than the pet stores. Or if you get it from someone that you know, like we've gotten our cats from people that we know, and they just their cat had kittens and they didn't have a place for them to go. So you get a free kitten. And yes, you have to pay for certain things, but the benefits far outweigh the costs. And also, the shelters will usually spay and neuter before the adoption, so you know your pet is healthy, and you get to see them as well. And in pet stores, you only get to play with the dog maybe for a little bit, and that's it. But when you go to a shelter, they allow you to play longer with the dog. You get to see it, and also if you aren't looking for a smaller animal or a baby, then you can see the adult and you will know what it looks like, what its temperament is, and just how it acts, and how big it will get to, because sometimes that's a factor for people giving away their pets. And they will benefit your home. You get to exercise with your animal, so you can play, like if you have a dog, you can take it for walks. And according to WebMD, they can lower blood pressure and actually lessen anxiety. And I read that a lot for older people, that's really good to have a pet because as you get older, the health problems you have, your pet can help just lower those things and anxiety. And they're really friendly and they are lovable, so that also helps. And also with your immunity, it boosts that. And because if you have little kids around a dog has dandruff and things like that, but that actually helps boost the immunity of your children or whoever has the pets around them. Now that I've talked about the problems of overcrowded shelters, unwanted animals, and animals that get put down every year because they have no place to go, and I've also told you about the benefits of pet adoption, I want you to know that there's a solution to it, and that would be you, because you can adopt from shelters or from private owners, and you can, at shelters they have online, usually the humane societies have online, where you can view the pets that are available for adoption, or you can even go to the shelter and take time to look at the animals and just play with them as well. And private owners, you can go into the newspaper or the internet classifieds and just look at what pets are available, and a lot of times people either say just call and see, and you can, that's a big benefit because you can go see people who own this, what condition they lived in. That sometimes even if you're buying like a puppy, you can go see the parents of the puppy so you know they're healthy. Just a lot of different benefits of being able to actually go and see the conditions that your animal or your pet lived in. And also referrals from your friends or family. Like I said, we've adopted cats from friends, so that's just another benefit. And so hopefully today I have persuaded you, or at least made you think about pet adoption from shelter or from private owners who aren't able to keep their pets anymore. And that way you can reduce the number of homeless animals that are around per year.
Very good.